Here I show you the computation format for a beneficiary when the question asks you to compute income tax for a beneficiary and that beneficiary receive an income from a trust body. So we're going to put that income under section 4E, ordinary source. Here, even beneficiary receive net distribution, which is only 76% because 24% is the income tax payable by the trust body on behalf of the beneficiaries. Therefore, beneficiaries only receive 76%. However, we are going to assess at cross distribution. Cari balik berapa yang 100% punya. Bukannya nilai selepas dah tolak tax. And if the beneficiary here are resident, therefore we going to less personal relief which is relevant to the said beneficiary. Kalau dia non-resident, tak boleh claim personal relief. There, you can get the chargeable income for a beneficiary. And again, for rate, it depends on the resident status. For resident, we're going to use scale rate, but for non-resident, it is flat rate of 30%. Okay. When you already determine the income tax payable of the beneficiaries, here come the section 110 tax credit. Okay. So here, to avoid double taxation, beneficiaries can claim tax credit. Berapa banyak tax credit yang dia boleh claim? It is 24% of ordinary source. Barulah last kali you boleh determine income tax payable or refundable by the beneficiaries here selepas dah tolak section 110 tax credit. However, here things to be important for you to note here, 60 section 110 tax credit hanya boleh diklaim if section 61(2) is not to be applied. Kalau section 61(2) to be applied, waris tak layak untuk claim section 110 tax credit. Okay, so kena tengok balik sebelum nak tolak section 110 tax credit, tengok balik dekat atas pengiraan tax for trust body, section 61(2) apply or section 61(2) not to be applied. Another thing worth to note here with regard to section 110 tax credit, it is given for both resident or non-resident. Boleh je dua-dua ni claim tax credit, tapi kena tengok dekat section 61(2). So kita boleh katakan yang residency status tak menentukan boleh claim tax credit or not, sebab dua-dua pun boleh, resident boleh claim, non-resident pun boleh claim. Apa yang menentukan boleh claim tax credit adalah application of 61(2). Kalau apply, cannot claim tax credit. Kalau 61(2) do not apply, then waris boleh claim tax credit. Okay, next we are going to move to types of trust. Here we have 3 types of trust. First one, we have non-discretionary trust. Second, discretionary trust. And the third one is accumulation. For the non-discretionary trust, the first type of trust here, the trust deed spell out the ratio or the entitlement of each beneficiary. So the trustee cannot simply change the amount to be distributed to the beneficiaries. It is fixed. Dah dalam trust deed yang menyatakan berapa portion yang setiap waris akan layak untuk dapat daripada income of the trust. Sebab tu nama dia tidak berbudi bicara, non-discretionary. Ataupun you boleh katakan dia sebagai fix lah, tetap kan. Trustee tak boleh tukar. So for this type of trust, non-discretionary, bila you nak tentukan ordinary source for non-discretionary trust, you akan ambil ration of entitlement, not the amount of distribution made by the trustee. Okay, you akan ada dua figure, satu amount distribute by the trustee, berapa yang trustee dah bayar kepada waris. Lagi satu, you will have one more figure based on the percentage or ratio as per trust deed. Berapa yang sepatutnya waris layak dapat kalau kita kira ikut ratio dalam trust deed. Since we have two figures here, for non-discretionary trust, bila nak tentukan dia punya ordinary source, OS, we will choose the entitlement. Berapa yang waris layak dapat, bukan berapa yang pemegang amanah dah bayar. That one untuk non-discretionary trust. Next, for discretionary trust. Second type of trust here, we have discretionary trust. Trust yang berbudi bicara. For this type of trust, trustee is given power to decide on the amount of trust income to be distributed to the beneficiary. So, trustee boleh ikut dia punya bukan suka hati lah, ikut budi bicara trustee as the trustee deem fit. Apa-apa yang trustee rasa sesuai untuk diberikan kepada waris. Berapa yang you rasa sesuai untuk bagi dekat waris number 1. Berapa yang trustee nak bagi dekat waris number 2. For this type of trust, discretionary trust, bila you nak tentukan ordinary source, this one, kita akan compare antara dua. Mula-mula you akan calculate dulu amount received by each individual beneficiary. So let's say I ada waris number 1, waris 1. Berapa yang waris 1 dapat over aggregate sum received by all beneficiaries. So tambah semua yang waris yang ada tu. Kalau kita let's say kita ada 3 waris. Okay, so I akan ambil amount received by each individual beneficiaries. Berapa yang waris 1 dapat bahagi dengan jumlah yang waris 1 dapat tambah dengan waris 2 dapat berapa, tambah lagi dengan waris 3 dapat berapa. Aggregate sum. Semua sekali yang waris dapat daripada trust body. Comparekan dengan amount of distribution made by the trustee. Berapa yang waris 1 dah dibayar oleh pemegang amanah. So kita ada dua figure here. DOS will be the lower of. Kita akan pilih yang mana lagi rendah antara dua figure ni. So this one untuk discretionary trust, OS dia adalah the lower of antara dua. Okay. I ulang lagi sekali, untuk fixed trust ataupun non-discretionary, trustee tak boleh tukar berapa banyak ratio yang dia kena bayar for each waris. Nak determine ordinary source, kita akan tengok based on entitlement. Berapa yang waris tu layak untuk dapat. Bukannya berapa yang trustee dah bayar kepada waris. Okay, tu senang kan? Second type of trust, kita ada discretionary trust. Semuanya bergantung kepada budi bicara pemegang amanah. So, untuk this one, discretionary trust, bila nak tentukan ordinary source for beneficiaries, we are going to compare between two figure. Berapa yang dia ni amount received by individual beneficiaries bahagi dengan total sum received by all beneficiaries compared with amount of distribution made by the trustee, berapa yang waris dapat daripada trustee. So we are going to choose the lower one. Pilih yang mana lagi rendah antara dua figure ni. Alright, the third types of trust here, we have accumulation trust. Here they will mention in the trust deed that some amount will be set aside until the beneficiaries reaches some age limit. Okay, saya nak set aside 10,000 setahun income untuk anak saya sehinggalah dia mencecah umur 18 tahun. Itu dah jadi accumulation trust. For accumulation trust, amount subject to accumulation is excluded. So you nak kena buang dulu from the trust total income. There is a need to calculate deemed total income. Okay, yang ni I nak you highlight. Kalau ada accumulation trust, what we need to do first masa dapat soalan, we need to determine deemed total income. Okay. Kalau soalan you hanya cerita berkenaan dengan non-discretionary and discretionary trust sahaja, there is no need to calculate deemed total income. Jangan buang masa nak cari deemed total income. But if the question mentions something with regard to accumulation here, so yang ni memang perlu untuk you cari deemed total income. So how to find the deemed total income? The formula is that total income times distributable income minus accumulation over distributable income. So this one is the part of accumulation that we need to exclude from the total income. Here, you can see that we have two types of income. Ada TI, total income, dengan DI, distributable income. Okay, what are the difference between these two? DI is always differ from TI because DI is accounting concept. So here DI is accounting concept. Which is arrived by deducting all expenses against all income. Semua revenue you akan tambah dan semua expenses kita akan tolak. That one is accounting concept. However, for TI, this one, kita akan pakai taxation punya konsep. So, dalam kelas tax, we learn that not all revenue is considered as income and not all expenses yang dibenarkan untuk tolak. Hanya certain revenue sahaja yang kita akan add as income and certain expenses are allowed to be deducted. Therefore, TI dengan DI memang akan dapat nilai yang berbeza. So, lagi sekali I ingatkan, this one, deemed total income ni, kita hanya akan cari kalau kita ada accumulation trust sahaja. Kalau tak ada accumulation, tak perlu untuk cari deemed total income. You boleh straight away terus cari total income kalau tak ada kaitan dengan accumulation trust. So we have come to the end of video for taxation for trust. We are going to look at tutorial questions and discuss more on how to compute the income tax payable by the trust body as well as the income for the beneficiaries in our next class. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.